Riverboat, President Casino on the river here in the Quad Cities. This bout is approved by the Iowa State Athletic Commission. It is sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation. President and supervisor at ringside is Robert W. Lee. The three judges scoring this bout on a 10-point must system are Gary Merritt of Indiana, Robert Watson of Michigan, and Darby Shirley of Nevada. The man in charge of this bout in the ring at this time is the referee, Denny Nelson from Minnesota. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Quad Cities of Moline and Rock Island, Illinois, Bettendorf and Davenport, Iowa, on the Mississippi River, let's get ready to rumble! 12 rounds for the IBF Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks and weighing in at an even 157 pounds, he's from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Undefeated as a professional with 25 victories and 1 draw, 18 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, the undefeated challenger, James Lights Out Toney. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the right trunks with red letters, he weighs an even 160 pounds. His professional record, undefeated, 36-0, 24 KOs. Tonight, he defends his title for the 7th time here in his hometown of Davenport, Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, the IBF Middleweight Champion of the World, Michael. Second to
before, you know just what I'm here for, and good luck to both of you. I said, just to listen to me, we'll get along fine. Good luck. Good. Bob.
And the referee for the fight, Denny Nelson of St. Paul, Minnesota. He refereed the Nunn-Curry fight in Paris. The two of them came very close, head-to-head. Nunn's still smirking at Toney now. They had to be pushed off earlier. And here we go, round 1 for the championship, scheduled for 12. You see the obvious height advantage of Michael Nunn. He's a southpaw. Toney wears the Star of David on his trunks for his manager, Jackie Callum. Denny Nelson separates the fighters. Nunn did connect with the right hand in that exchange, and Toney missing wildly twice. Nunn's people kept calling Toney one-dimensional. What do they mean by that, Joe?
Well, they looked at some tapes and saw him doing the same thing over and over again, but he promises that he's going to change his style to accommodate Michael Nunn to beat him. And that's not throw one punch at a time, but you see Nunn landing some good hard shots on the inside.
And Toney's come back and landed a couple of legs.
That's right.
Oh, and a right hand from Toney.
When you get Michael Nunn up against the ropes, he's going to lean back on you. Don't even bother going to his head. You got to look low for Michael Nunn when he gets on the ropes. Got to stay to his body, hit his arms, hips, anything.
Final minute of the first round. And Toney hasn't been overwhelmed by this home crowd appeal at all.
Good left hand to the liver there. He slips that head over on his left side and takes the body just like he did there.
An action-packed first round. A lot of punches thrown.
explosive in this first round.
Nunn getting a left in there, trying to hold him off with his right. And Toney just kind of smirking as Nunn just measures him with that right hand.
And Nunn.
And Nunn landed with the left. Final seconds of the first round. Not a bad round.
Not a bad round. I give that first round to Nunn. Toney came out and landed a few good shots, but Nunn finished up the middle and later part of the round real strong. Landed some good left hands to the liver.
Laying in there. I mean, I want you laying there. You're the best man. Don't lay in close. Use your jab. Use your jab. Move over, okay? See, the guy buddied you already, so I don't want you laying in there. Okay? Don't go for the...
They didn't give you that much body shot, but to the body and to the head. But keep the left hand up. Get a little busier. Be first. Be busy. Keep backing him up.
That's Bill Miller talking to him. It was Angelo Dundee over in the Nunn corner. Dundee urging Nunn to use the jab more in round 2.
He's worried about a headbutt on the inside, but on the other hand, Toney got hit with a few good right hooks too by keeping that left low. Something that he said he had to change for a southpaw. Keep that left hand up more.
Round 2, it's scheduled for 12. And the crowd will overreact to anything Nunn does. He did land a left. I don't know if it was good as the crowd thought it was. And Nunn is staying in close where Dundee didn't want him to be, to risk that headbutt. And Nunn connecting with a combination. And a good left from Nunn as he pushes Toney off with the right.
He just seems so much physically stronger than Toney. He can push him off at will. He can turn him at will right now. Toney's got to really get a lot busier than he is right now. Nunn's out hustling him.
And staying in inside quarters now. Halfway through the second round. And Toney connected with a right to the body and one to the head. Nunn does seem to be more in control of things.
Yeah, a lot of these punches that Toney is throwing, I can guarantee you'll be landing on a lot of people. But Nunn has got that great radar, and he just slips even when you're just inches away from him.
He's just taunting Toney with that right hand, just laying it out on his head. Toney sneaks a left hand in there.
Look at Nunn. He's so good at turning you, making you lose sight of him. Really, he slips over to one side or the other, and you so quickly.
And you saw Nunn land, and Toney just gave him a look, as if to say you don't have much.
Well, while he's giving him a look, he's getting eaten up on the inside right now by Nunn.
Well, so far, all the bluster, the pre-fight talk from Toney was just that. So far, the first 2 rounds, just a lot of talk. Good left to the body from Nunn. Nunn working low, misses high with the left. Toney tries to come back. I don't see much on Toney's punches yet.
His punches straight a little bit low. You can hear the cut popping.
That's the end of the round. Denny Nelson has to step between them. I think the biggest roar of the night was for the post-bell activities.
Use your legs, use your speed. See, when you get behind them, like for them to get up, then nail them. I want speed. Give it to me. Open wide. Okay, spit it out. Okay, Michael? I want your speed. You want to show this guy your speed yet? Come on. In, outside to side. Go to your right. Okay? Comes up looking, nail him. Okay?
Davenport, baby. Davenport.
Here on the punch stat, Nunn throwing 154, landing 40%. He's being very accurate tonight to 28% of Toney, who's being very inactive. Exactly the opposite of what he promised everyone he was going to do.
And Toney's spending the entire time on the stool,
which is smart.
Now he stands up, as you heard Angelo Dundee exhorting Nunn to show his speed.
Well, I can guarantee if he shows Toney any more speed, he's going to be out of this fight completely, because even at the speed he's using right now, he's losing Toney. Toney's a step behind him in every category, just like that.
There's a good right jab from Toney, from Nunn, rather.
And this is what Toney's got to do. He's got to get busy on the inside here and let him go. He's going to go 3, 4, 5 punches.
Watch your head, Michael.
And the heads are close together again. And Toney caught Nunn with a left. And Nunn comes right back.
Good straight left hand that turned the head of Toney around. Oh, Toney almost catching Nunn with the counter right hand off his uppercut.
Angelo Dundee told me he thought that Nunn could really nail him with the uppercut, but Toney landing some there. Had a good right in that flurry.
This is what Toney's got to do. He's got to draw him into a slugging match on the inside and hopefully catch him with some. Nunn's got a great chin, though. He's been hit by the best in the business. So just because he gets hit with a good punch from Toney, he's not going to fall.
Dundee thought Nunn could catch Toney with the body shot and then double up with the uppercut and nail him. Midway through the third round now. Quick little left from Nunn. Cute punch and backs off. There's the left to the body and follows with the right. Toney looks at him. And Nunn coming on while the crowd exhorts him.
Nunn really throwing some good hard body shots in there.
The crowd chanting Michael in his home stadium. And Nunn landing 2-3 shots there. And a couple of jabs get in as well. Couple of lefts. Nunn on Toney. Nunn landing here in the third round.
Nunn looks very focused. He looks sharp tonight. Now, when you talk to Toney, he thought Nunn would be a little bit easier than this. I don't think he expected, and he just got wobbled a little bit by a left hand by Nunn.
Strong round for Nunn. Another left hand gets in there.
Break. Close your hand, Mike.
Nunn's all over him again as the third round comes to a close.
Break.
Strong third round for Michael Nunn.
Well, that's an understatement. He was all over James Toney, circling him left and right on him, throwing punches from all angles.
You hear me? Look here. Quit trying to knock this guy out with one punch and put some punches together. You don't have to go for a home run punch every punch, but get busier with them hands. We just spotted this guy.
Some good advice. Let's take a look at what happened here, Joe.
Well, here comes Toney. He came in with the right hand, left hook. But here goes Michael Nunn. He came back with his own body shots. Here he is stepping around Toney, losing him. Toney's losing vision with his head down there. Barely missed him with that uppercut. He's just all over the place tonight.
Toney did sneak one right in there, but 3 consecutive lefts found the mark of Michael Nunn.
Right, 65 connect percentage for Nunn against 31%. They're throwing about the same amount of punches, but Nunn's just ending almost all of them.
Fourth round, you heard what Toney's corner told him. Stop going for the home run ball. Throw some combinations.
Well, they've been working for 3 months, from what I understand, on Toney putting on pressure, throwing combinations, getting inside on Nunn. Things don't always work out like you plan, though, especially against Michael Nunn.
Toney connects with a jab. Nunn shakes it off. Toney goes after the body. There's the jab from Nunn right back at him. And again. And Toney missing. But Nunn doesn't. See the quickness of Nunn evading the punches of Toney there on that sequence.
And it's not because Toney's punches aren't coming out quick, they are. Nunn's got great radar, but he's finally doing a little bit what Bill Miller asked him to, put 2 and 3 and 4 punches together. But here's where he should be working right now, Toney.
Well, that jab of Nunn has been lethal here in the last couple of rounds. One after the other, sneaking through there. Toney does get a rare right to the body of Nunn.
Right, he threw a couple good body shots in there, and that's where he should be concentrating right now. Forget about hitting Nunn's head.
And Toney doing some missing. The final minute of the 4th round.
And this is what Toney's got to be doing. He's got to be bobbing and weaving and getting inside on Nunn.
Nunn countered to the body. Does it again. A couple of shots to the head. Here he goes again. A left to the body.
And Toney smirking, sticking his tongue out like it doesn't bother him. But I guarantee you it does.
Toney landing lots of punches here in the latter stage of the 4th round, and Toney comes back with a couple. But Nunn doing most of the damage.
There goes Toney slipping by that jab, trying to hit the body, and that's what he's got to do more of. Don't be standing up tall with Michael Nunn.
That does it for the 4th round, and they glare at each other in the center of the ring.
And we're keeping it too close. We're keeping it too close. We got to start taking this fight over. Look here.
All right, our Las Vegas judge in residence, Cindy Barton. What do you have for us, Cindy?
I have Nunn ahead right now, 40-36. Nunn's obviously controlling the fight. Toney was throwing widely and missing in the 1st round, and both in the 3rd round were exchanging solid body shots. So I think that was one of the better rounds for Toney.
But Cindy Barton has it as a shutout so far through 4. You know, the rap on some of Nunn's fights is that he was unexciting. He would win, but he wouldn't get the knockouts. He picked up against Curry. How do you judge it so far tonight, Joe?
Well, he's definitely not laying back tonight is testament to this punches landed per round and the connect percentage. But he is being very aggressive tonight. And I'll tell you, James Toney really aggravated him during that press conference and weigh-in. So he may be taking it out on him a little bit here.
All right, here we go in the 5th round.
That's the trouble with southpaws and right-handers going against each other. Sometimes, like Toney just did, stepped on Nunn's foot.
He looked down and then backed off. Nunn did. And lands with a left. Toney now chasing him.
That's, you know, if you look at Nunn, his bread and butter punch really is that left hand up underneath. He throws it to the chin, he throws it to the solar plexus, he throws it to the liver. It's really his best punch that he's got. And Toney told me he was well aware of it and that he worked on protecting himself from it, and he has on the chin, but he's been getting into the body with it quite a bit.
And Toney's, with his reach advantage, has been able to hold off. Nunn has been able to hold off Toney with the right.
Yeah, he's strong physically. He can stick that hand out and really stop you in midstream.
Watch your head. Watch your head.
And inside, their heads come together midway through the 5th round.
Well, that's what he's got to do.
Toney punched his way out of there, and Nunn tries to shrug that off.
Well, those don't do him any justice, believe me. He threw 3 or 4 good little short punches, a few uppercuts and right hands.
And now Nunn content to let Toney punch away. Tried the uppercut with the right.
And he's talking to Angelo Dundee in his corner saying, don't worry, I'm going to get off these ropes in a second. I'm going to let him throw a few punches.
Strategy perhaps to let Toney tire himself out. Toney connects with a glancing right to the head, and back comes Nunn at him in the final minute of the 5th round. And Nunn landing again. And Nunn lands and comes out of there.
Great right hook by Nunn. Toney's absorbing a lot of punishment to the head here.
Oh, Nunn knew what he was doing when he laid up against the ropes there. Connects with the left to the body.
It was a nice slip underneath Nunn's left hand, and Toney went right to the body. He's got to do more of that.
But Nunn connected with the left to the head. Sneaking the punches in there now in the final 10 seconds of the 5th round.
Well, Toney made Nunn miss with quite a few punches there towards the end of this round. Some punches will take a lot of steam out of you too, and that's what he's got to hope, that Nunn slows down a little bit.
I want you to move right, okay? Now come on, give me the spun. Okay, now I want you moving.
This fight, we're giving it up in here. All right, show me then. Let's go out there and take over now. You hear me? Let's take over this fight. Give him a little water. Let's make our move now. We need it now. It's time to turn the steam on now.
All right, here's James Toney and Michael Nunn on the inside. Toney throws that one little uppercut, 2, left hook, right hand. That one he slipped, but that's what he's got to put together on the inside. And here he goes again with the short little punches. Throwing bombs on Nunn just doesn't work.
As we reach the 6th round, if you like to look at history, Toney has never knocked out an opponent past the 5th, despite his 18 knockouts in 25 fights.
And on the other hand, Nunn's only been down 1 time in his career. That was in his 14th fight against Carl Jones. Other than that, he's never hit the deck. Bill Miller urging James Toney to turn it on. He goes, we've got to start taking over the fight now, because he knows each round goes by, he gets deeper and deeper in the hole.
A left hand from Nunn after the jab continued to find its mark. Nunn just proving too elusive for Toney.
For such a tall guy, he's 6'1", 6'1.5". He just got down to about the 3-foot level underneath that left hook at James Toney. Shows you the agility he's got.
And a little cute left from Nunn smacked Toney in the head after that break. Midway through the 6th round now. Michael Nunn pretty much in control of this fight thus far.
Toney's got to start cutting the ring off. Nunn's starting to get a little bit more movement to his game plan here, and Toney's got to cut the ring off on him. Good right hand, left hook uppercut by Toney.
Toney with a good combination.
He's got to stay busy.
He's got to follow it up though. Why is he covering up when he has the other guy on the ropes? He's got to go after him. Just didn't press the advantage he had, Toney. And Nunn lands. A give and take round here in the 6th.
Look at this.
And Nunn just spins him around.
Well, Nunn ran into a little bit of a right hand there. Knocked knocked him off balance, but he comes right back.
Nunn trying to flash some hand speed there, but Toney's landing as well. And Michael with a couple of lefts and a left to the body as well. As the 6th round comes to a close. Good round.
A little bit more action in that round for Toney, but you still gotta give Nunn that round big.
Want to get back into this thing. You want to get back into it? Okay, now's the time to make you move. All right? The guy showed you he can be hit, can't he? All right. So get back in it now. Just put some punches together.
What I like, I want you to pop, move over. When the guy comes straight at you, nail him with that left hand. Okay? Give it. I give it to you. Give me the water. Open your mouth wide.
Well, the punch stat shows again Nunn staying just about steady. 60% landed, 68 punches thrown, 41 landed.
Okay.
73 punches thrown by Toney, but only 25 from landing. That goes to show you the evasiveness of Michael Nunn. He's just so hard to hit.
Gotta stay busy, son.
Here we go for round 7.
Well, this fight is really slipping away from James Toney right now. He's just not been able to stick to his game plan. I know he's been trying very hard, but he just can't pull off what he wanted to do, and that's to pin Nunn and land a lot of shots on him.
The quickness of Michael Nunn really showing here tonight. Remember, Toney's never lost. Then again, he's never fought a Michael Nunn.
His toughest competition today was Murky Sosa, who he really gave a boxing lesson to in Atlantic City, in his hometown. But to date, that's been his toughest opponent. Murky rated in the top 5. Great right hand by Toney right there.
Continues to jab away, waiting for that lefty opening. And Toney landing those short little punches inside when they're close. Well, Warren to keep the punches up. And Toney connecting.
All right, James throwing some good combinations there. This is the type of pressure he's got to keep up. He's got to win around and get back in this fight. Landed a good right hand on that.
But he doesn't press the attack when he does that, Joe. Backs off. And allows Nunn to do what he's doing right now. Come right back at him. And a left connects from Nunn.
Well, this is what Nunn's people meant by Toney being one-dimensional, that he couldn't change his style to adapt to Nunn. He's doing basically the same thing he does in all of his fights. But so far, this has been Toney's best round. I think he's landed some good shots, just like that right hand.
And Nunn tries to come right back at him, and now he does. Oh, good right. Good exchange. A right hand from Toney.
Oh, that left hand to the body just hurt Toney. He is in trouble right now. There goes Nunn throwing those great shots to the head.
He's saying, come on, boy.
Come on, boy. He wants to beat him up for that trouble Toney was giving him earlier in the day. Nunn told me after the weigh-ins, he said, I'm going to punish this Toney for what he did to me at the weigh-in.
And now they just stare at each other, say a few more words. See the bridge up in the distance? There are people standing along the entire span of that bridge watching this fight here in Davenport, Iowa.
That's what I want. That's the only way we're gonna get back in this fight. We gotta fight this guy. You hear me? You got the dog in.
Smack him. Okay, Okay, baby. Give me.
All right, here's early in the round when Toney had some of his best flurries. Landed that right hand after he slipped Nunn's punch. Square on the jaw. Here's later on towards the end of the round. Nunn landing 3-4 punches. This is after he had Toney backed up from that body shot. There goes Nunn. Start talking. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. He's talking to him and throwing the punches out. You can read his lips. Of course, that's not the first time I've heard Michael Nunn say that.
Punches through 7 rounds. Nunn's thrown a few more, but connected percentage with a lot more.
54% to 31 on the CompuBox.
As we start the 8th round.
Well, Nunn calling his own timeout there to wipe his feet. Toney obliged him for a second, said, what the heck am I doing? And jumped right back into the fight.
Right. Referee didn't call a time.
Nope. Goes back to that old saying, protect yourself at all times when that bell rings.
That's right. Oh, right hand from Toney.
Mike Nunn turned into a right-handed stance. Why he do that, I wouldn't know. He's been so successful in this southpaw stance. He turned right-handed and caught a good right hand off his chin from Toney. Toney pressing a little bit more here. He landed a good right hand to the belly and then kind of double him over for a second.
And left to the side from Toney. Now Nunn up against the ropes and over the top. And Nunn taking it from Toney. Acting like his idol of years gone by, Muhammad Ali. Nunn landing. A couple of short lefts to the head, the right to the body as well. Toney with the right uppercut. Final minute of the 8th round. Some good action. Toney landing in a couple of rows. And the left hand. Toney's had his moments. He just hasn't been able to follow them up. And Toney lands a good right hand again. Good round for James Toney.
Nunn yanked him by the hand and spun him and hit him at the same time.
And now Toney ducking away from the punches. Toney with another right hand. Nunn's walked into a couple of those, Joe.
Yeah, this is definitely his best round. He's landed his hardest shots in this round.
Yeah, good round for James Toney here in the 8th.
Well, you got to give James a lot of credit. He is James Toney a lot of credit. He's been persistent.
Get the heck off of that.
And it's finally paying off for him.
All right, let's see how Cindy Barton has it through 8. Cindy?
Well, as you can see, I have Nunn winning 79-73 to Toney. Round 5, Nunn was landing some devastating headshots, and round 6 was a give-and-take round. Nunn still decisively won. And round 8, I gave for Toney. I thought that was a real clear-cut round for him.
I think Joe and I would agree with you right there, Cindy.
Stop falling in.
Total punches in that 8th round. You can see the percentages were even, and Toney threw more punches. So that bears out the way we all thought it should be scored.
Here's Nunn when he was laying up against the ropes. Something he likes to do to let a man wear himself out. But look at this.
How far back have you seen a guy lean over the ropes?
Well, those ropes are awful loose, and that really aids Michael Nunn.
9th round. Let's see if Toney can follow up the good round he had in the 8th.
Well, the CompuBox has Toney landing 51% to Nunn's 32% of power shots in that 8th round.
Yeah.
But
But he's so far behind, apparently, in the scorecards. He's got to keep it going. What he started in the 8th.
He's going to have to keep it going, and to catch up to Nunn, he's going to have to hurt him. He's going to have to knock him down. He's going to have to get back to this fight by hurting Michael Nunn.
Well, Toney connected. He pushed Nunn back. It's Toney chasing Nunn. And Nunn not able to land as many jabs as he did earlier. Although he does there.
Toney kind of leaning away and riding those jabs out. He's really not walking into solid jabs. He's got a little hip to what Nunn's doing. He's trying to move that head and shoulders a little bit more now. But he's still not getting close enough to hit Nunn with the body or head. There he goes.
Although he did there.
Right.
And again with a right. Toney connecting with a right. And Toney going after Nunn here. But can he keep it going here? Nunn looking over towards his corner is caught with an uppercut. And another right from Toney. Nunn coming back, landing. But Nunn trying to make a comeback here in the 9th round. And the crowd's behind him. But a strong start to the round. And here goes Toney after him again.
Toney's taking some shots that guys like Donald Curry, Callum Bay, and a lot of other top-notch middleweights haven't been able to take.
Toney's showing something in the latter rounds here.
He sure has. Boy.
And Toney after him again. Toney with a strong right. And catches him with a glancing left as Nunn falls back. Exciting 9th round. And the right hand from Toney. Oh, strong right from the challenger. Oh, he goes after Nunn again. What another big round from James Toney.
What a brave performance by James Toney.
That's what we're going to have to
Toney has some fans with him who have come from Michigan, and they're on their feet right now.
You can put this guy on his back. You can put this guy on the back if you put some punches together like that. If you put him on his back, if you put your punches together.
Let's go back to a couple of replays here. Toney on the inside, probably having his best time of the round right here. Uppercut, right hand. Misses with the left hook. On top of the right. Missing with the last few punches there, but definitely flurrying. And he had other moments in that round where he landed some great shots on Nunn, especially after taking a few shots of his own. Here comes Nunn now. Body to head with the hook. Toney misses with the counter. Nunn going back out with the jab. Uppercut, hook, uppercut, left hand. Toney also riding a lot of punches out here. But there were a lot of punches during that round that they both landed solidly.
And Nunn comes right after him to start the 10th. Angelo Dundee was telling him you can put this guy on his back. Well, that remains to be seen. 2 very strong rounds put together by the challenger. And Toney gets a right hand in there.
Nunn measuring Toney with that left uppercut.
Toney comes back with the right.
He's surprising. He looks like he's almost fading in a way, and then he comes back. It looks like he's playing possum at times. James Toney comes back and
looks like he's setting the tempo here in this round.
Well,
Oh. And a right hand from Toney. And another one, but that was a glancing blow. And he's got Nunn on the run here.
Well, he's definitely got Nunn's respect because Nunn's retreating, but yet he does that every so often in the rounds and comes back hard himself.
In your history with Nunn, have you seen a challenger piece together the couple of rounds that Toney has done here?
Well, I'll tell you, not after taking as much punishment as James Toney took early and coming back this strong. This is truly an amazing fighter, James Toney, and deserves a lot of credit. Punches like that I've seen guys go out with. James Toney belongs in the top echelon of the middleweight division with this performance tonight.
Final minute of the 10th round. Not many people thought it would go this far, Joe.
A lot of people thought Toney was in over his head. And he might be as far as the scorecards are concerned. But as far as heart and courage and talent, he's right up there.
And the last few rounds have been his. Connects with another left hand. Oh, right hand from Toney.
Toney's got a lot of starch left on his right hand.
Nunn sneaks a left in there. 10 seconds to go in the 10th round.
Toney's really landed some real hard shots.
And another one. Another right hand from Toney as the round comes to a close.
Wow.
How you feeling?
I'll tell you what, they're not going to call Michael Nunn bored anymore after this.
We're running out of rounds. We got to dog this man. We got to go out there and fight him all night, the rest of the way. We can't give up nothing else. We need every round.
Now, Mike, you only got 6 minutes, son. Don't get sloppy on me. And don't go reaching. Get these eyes out. And don't go reaching. I don't want you reaching. I want you pop, pop, move over. Move to your right. See, the guy's trying to step on your feet, right? Okay. Let's go. You're too small for this guy. Mouthpiece. I got it. There we go. Pop, pop. Baby, move over.
How about the conditioning of James Toney? He's been using some of that high-tech conditioning that Evander Holyfield used.
It's definitely paid off from the high-tech training that he's been through because he's taken such a pounding in the early rounds. For him to be this strong late is a testament to that training.
I think more people will go to that kind of style, perhaps. Here we are in the 11th round. Toney's come on strong in the 8th and 9th. Had a good 10th as well. You know, it wouldn't be popular, but strategically it would be in Nunn's behalf to dance away for a couple of rounds and not try to mix it up with Toney.
Well, that's what Dundee wants him to do. He says he wants him to pop, pop, move. He says you're too smart for this guy. Don't reach for him. Don't get caught by stupid punches like you did with those counter right hands, because he was reaching with his left. Oh, Toney really teeing off on Nunn.
And Toney swings and misses, and both of them on the ropes. Toney nearly went flying over. With a right hand.
Well, Toney's got a high ratio of knockouts in his 20-some-odd fights, and Michael Nunn's proven he can take a great shot because he's got him.
And pushes Nunn into the ropes.
Well, just as I said, he took a great shot. He got hit with a great right hand and went reeling back, but I think it was more off balance.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Joe, but it was a good hand. Oh, another right from Toney.
Oh, he's down!
Just the second time in his career.
He is out. He is hurt. I don't know if he's going to get up. He is out of his feet. That is it. I don't see him getting up. Oh, my God.
He's up at 10.
What a great left hand.
Challenger.
Oh,
down.
That is it. How can he stop it? That's it. The fight's over.
James Toney's done it.
James Toney wins the title. Unbelievable! What a left hook he got caught with. Oh, my. Well, that was the only way he was going to win this fight, Len. James Toney is so exhausted, he can't believe it. He is out cold as much as Nunn is right now. They got to drag him off the floor.
Okay.
James Toney is the IBF middleweight champion of the world, stunning previously undefeated Michael Nunn. Nunn losing for the first time in his hometown here, his first loss in his 37 professional fights.
It was that dogged pursuit by James Toney. He didn't give up. He never stopped. He listened to his corner, and Nunn didn't. He got sloppy at the end.
And this crowd is standing stunned. Toney said he would win, and he's backed up his words. For the first time in his career, he's knocked out an opponent after the 5th round, and what an opponent it is, Michael Nunn, knocking him out in the 11th. Toney yelling to those supporters we mentioned before who made the trip from his home in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer. Let's get the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 2 minutes, 14 seconds of the 11th round. Referee stops the bout. The winner by TKO and new IBF middleweight champion of the world, James Toney.
We'll be going to Joe Goosen in the ring shortly. But who would have thought it, in Michael Nunn's hometown, Davenport, Iowa. And he certainly had the fight his way in the early rounds, but starting in the 8th, the tide turned toward Toney. Then again in the 9th, a close 10th round, and then the 11th, he knocked down the champion for just the 2nd time in his entire professional career, and then winning it on a TKO at 2:14. Let's send it up to Joe Goosen. Joe?
I've got James Toney sitting right here with me in the ring with his new IBF middleweight championship belt. You said you were going to bring it back to Detroit, and you're doing it, or I should say Michigan.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say this is a late birthday for my manager, Jackie Callan, and an early Mother's Day gift for my mother, Sherry Toney, who helped me and supported me so much throughout my young career. And I want to thank everybody back at home at CMI Health and Tennis Club for giving me all the support. Everybody back in Ann Arbor, I'm bringing the belt home, baby.
Got it, baby.
James,
Baby girl.
And one more, I can't forget my little sweetheart, Elizabeth. Here's that sign, sweetheart. I'm all right.
Baby girl, baby.
all right, let me ask you a couple questions about the fight. First off, James. James, you lost a lot of the early rounds. In fact, most of the early rounds and a few of the middle rounds. Did you ever get discouraged? How did you keep the presence of mind to stay in this fight and to come back as well as you did?
I told you before, early this morning, the crowd don't mean nothing. They can't come and help him win the fight. So between the rounds, Papa Magic, Bill Miller was telling me, keep it cool, you got to keep the pressure on him. We lost that round, and I had to get with him. You know, I had to keep the pressure on him, and I knew sooner or later I was wearing him down. And I knew I would get to him sooner or later in that 11th round. Now, I heard him in the 10th round, really, with that left hook in the right hand. And I said, I got this son. I got him now. I got him now. So in the 11th round, I just capitalized on him.
Let me ask you something, James. Was there ever a point in this fight, because you took some great shots, that you got a little wobbly or hurt? I don't know if you were playing possum or if you were really hurt a couple times.
He didn't hurt. This is honest to God truth. Michael Nunn did not hurt me. He quick and everything, but he did not hurt me at all. If you look at the punch, I was slipping every shot he was trying to throw at me. And I was like, you know, yeah, come on, try to sucker him in. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Do you think the new conditioning, the training program that you went through, is that what won you this title?
Yes, that's definitely right. Now, everybody at CMI was great, you know, supported me. I trained hard, and Jackie got me the facilities I need to get in great shape for World Championship fight. And I just knew that once I get him with a good solid shot, he was all mine.
Well, it took you a while, and you did listen to your corner, Bill Miller, who told you, don't give up. You got to stay in this fight. You got to dog him. You got to stay on him, and you did exactly that, and it paid off for you in the end.
Of course, you know, like you said, the key to the fight is listen to your corner people. And if you listen to them, they can't go wrong.
Bill, let me ask you a question. Let me get you in here because I know you've worked so darn hard with James Toney. Where do you go from here with James?
James, well, we can't go nowhere but up. It's time for him to get some of the mega bucks.
All right, listen, James, I'm going to let you enjoy your victory. Go ahead, one more thing.
Thanks to Robert Lee, the IBF, for giving me, you know, opportunity to fight for his title. And thanks to Mr. Bob Arum for giving me an opportunity. And thanks again, thank Michael Nunn, because, you know, he didn't have to fight me. He could have fought Reggie Johnson, but he gave me the shot.
That's right. Go enjoy your title. Great victory for all of you. And let me get Michael Nunn in here. But let me throw back to Len ringside first.
Okay. Thank you, Joe, and what a stunning development here tonight. James Toney taking away Michael Nunn's IBF middleweight championship belt, and Nunn losing for the first time in his career. One note I want to clear up. James Toney referred to 5-year-old Elizabeth. That is a young girl that he has befriended. He wears a good luck pin on his trunks during his fights when he's in action, and the young 5-year-old girl has spina bifida, and James Toney has befriended her. So let's send it back to the ring now. We're going to go to Joe Goosen with the defeated Michael Nunn. Joe?
There you go. I got Michael Nunn here with me, who just lost his middleweight championship. Mike, let me ask you something. James Toney, you had him beat most of the way, I'm sure, on the judges' scorecard. You were ahead. What happened in that last couple rounds?
And dropped my hands, and he caught me with a shot.
Angelo Dundee told you in the corner, he said, Mike, don't get sloppy on me. Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's what happened. Got a little sloppy. Angelo told me to get sloppy. Got a little sloppy, but I'll be back.
Yeah, I bet you will, Mike. What are you going to do? You're going to take a little rest after this right now?
And then come back and fight again. You know, I'm a true champion. I'll come back.
Let me tell you something. I never saw you look sharper. You look great in this fight. You put on a dazzling display of boxing. You surrounded him with a lot of punches. Did he take a great shot from you?
He took a pretty good shot. Yeah, he took some good shots. You know, I can't take it from him. He took a great shot.
All right, Michael, listen. All the best to you, and I hope you come back soon and get that title back.
Thank you. No doubt I will.
All right, take care. Len, back to you ringside now.
All right.